Alright, what is up everybody? You're looking super sparkly. I like it. We're gonna be playing Dark Souls 2 this time. Last one I did was Dark Souls 1. Now we're gonna do Dark Souls 2. I plan on just kinda, alternating Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, because I feel like it. So if you don't like it, don't watch them. Get into a new game. Now, I've been playing Dark Souls 2 more recently than Dark Souls 1, so I'm much better at Dark Souls 2 than I am at 1. But I'm gonna shut up for the cutscene now. Have fun.
Forgotten land. A place where souls may mend your ailing mind. You will lose everything once branded. The symbol of the curse. An augur of darkness. Your past, your future, your very light. None will have meaning, and you won't even care. By then, you'll be something other than human. A thing that feeds on souls, a hollow. Long ago, in a walled-off land far to the north, a great king built a great kingdom. I believe they called it Drang Lake. Perhaps you're familiar. No, how could you be? But one day, you will stand before its decrepit gate without really knowing why. Like a moth drawn to a flame. Your wings will burn in anguish. Time after time. For that is your fate. The fate of the cursed.
Okay, and here we are in Things Betwixt. I really like that cutscene. I think it's really cool. Quick lore fact. Well, lore theory would be a better way to put it, because this is Dark Souls after all. But that old lady in the cutscene, a lot of people think she is the Emerald Herald that we meet later on. Just because of dialogue similarities and things like that. I don't know, it's just something I randomly remembered. I'd have to look up more to give you more on that. Need to brush up on my Dark Souls 2 lore. But here we meet the other old ladies.
What seems to be the ruckus?
Oh my, your face. The face of the curse. It's an undead. An undead has come to play. They all end up here. All the ones like you. You spoke to that kind old dear, didn't you?
You're finished. You'll go hollow. Yes, you'll become one of them.
Hollows prey upon men, feast upon their souls. This is the fate of the cursed.
What is your name?
So, one of the reasons people think that, well, just from what we just heard, it's like these three ladies actually know the woman that sent you back here. And she looked very similar, she had similar clothing on. And these are actually the Fire Keepers, which, if you know about Dark Souls 2 lore, they're never supposed to meet. I mean, that was Dark Souls 1 lore. They're never supposed to meet. But here they are, all in the same room. Yeah, it's interesting. Anyway, we're going to name this character, we'll just call it Vlaeverz.
At least you know your own name. Here's your reward for sharing. It's a human effigy.
Take a closer look.
Who do you think it's supposed to be? Think back, deep into your past. Yes, it's an effigy of you.
Okay, into character creation. We're actually going to do something I almost never do when I play Dark Souls. And that is, we're going to do a strength-based character.
Say what?
We're basically just going to improve upon this cleric here. We're going to use heavy weapons and miracles, which is something I almost never do. It's weird. This time, I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to do strength weapons, miracles. I'm just going to be a beast. Just going to be a wall. Let's go cleric. We'll start with... we'll just start with human effigy. Gender, male, build. That's good. Physique, obviously ripped. Face. Yeah, we'll start with that. Let's see. Age, we're gonna make him super old. Short. That's good. So, went with kind of an old dude. Because, you know, why not? I don't know if you guys can hear it, but there was some thunder a little bit, and suddenly it's like the sky just is taking a piss. Hopefully my power doesn't go out.
All people come here for the same reason. To break the curse. You're no different, I should think. Doesn't stand a chance.
Well, you never know. Go through the door and trot along to the kingdom. But remember, hold on to your souls. They're all that keep you from going hollow.
Oh, I'll fool you no longer. You lose your souls. All of them. Over and over again.
Alright, there's all my pre-order and DLC stuff. So in the space of finishing character creation and the end of that cutscene, the rain has almost stopped. I need pants. This looks dumb. Okay. With the that first lady from the first cutscene being a firekeeper, is there are too many chairs here. Like, there's this one by the fire, so she might move around, but there's still too many. Anyway, that's neither here or there. This is Maribeth, I think? Is that your name? Anyway, if you go upstairs, come over here, you will find a human effigy. I accidentally skipped through that. But when you're dead, here, let's see. So you see how these effigies, they have that spiral on them. When you're dead and you're hollowed, if you take off your chest armor, you actually have a similar marking on your. Light up the bonfire. Break out our OP as hell mace. Because now that we have a real weapon, we can take down an enemy back here. You see the big footprints. If this is your first time through, that should be clue enough. Don't go this way yet. But once you get up to the top here, there he is. There's that sexy devil. Easy way to fight this dude. Come up to him, smack him, get behind him, wait for him to sit down, and then hit him twice. Wait for him to sit down again, hit him twice. Sit, and hit. Sit, and hit. He does slowly move backwards, so eventually you'll have to kind of set this up again. But it's the easiest way I've found to fight these. Sit, and hit. There we go. He's dead. He drops the stone ring. The stone ring is actually something we're going to equip. It makes it so that each hit we do actually does more poise damage. Not super useful for heavy weapons because they already do massive amounts of poise damage. But for light weapons like daggers or rapiers or short swords or whatever, that can actually be really useful. Because you can attack so quickly and just break their poise really easily with that extra poise damage from the ring. Alright, now that we got that, we're going to rest at this bonfire, get that durability back on our weapon, and we will proceed through here. I'm actually going to go through all of these just to show you guys something. I think it's kind of cool. Just, yeah. These guys are not a challenge at all. I'm one-shotting them with my mace. Granted, the mace does a lot of damage, but... Oh. He got lucky. Dark Souls 2 has this system with their weapons that... it's called the direct hit system. They had this in Demon Souls, the very first game in this series. But then they kind of got rid of it in Dark Souls 1 and brought it back in Dark Souls 2. Basically, what it is weapons like this mace here. If I hit with the spiky end, the spiky bit, it's going to do the full damage of the weapon. But if I hit, like, I don't know exactly where it is on the mace, but if I'm too close, for example, like with a halberd, if I hit him with the shaft, it's going to do significantly less damage than if I hit him with the blade. Same with like spears or big axes. The damage dealing part, like the blade or the spiky bit, as far as this mace goes, and you'll do the full damage of the weapon. Here we have the two crows. You drop them stuff. I actually have a small smooth and silky stone. You just leave that in the nest here. Go to your inventory. They say yes, thank you, blah blah blah. You pick it up, and I got Twinkling Titanite. Not, I guess that's kind of useful, but it could have been better. They can give you anything from upgrade stones to sometimes you can even get a weapon or a ring. They can give you some pretty cool stuff. Most of it, you gotta get kind of lucky though. You can trade them small, smooth, and silky stones like I just did, normal, smooth, and silky stones, or petrified somethings. And petrified something has the highest chance of getting you the rare items like the weapon and the ring. Or I guess they're actually. So here we're just gonna give him a good old plunging attack. Get wrecked. Kill this dude. Now, in this door, something, I mean, it's a cracked red eye orb, not super useful for new players, but if you want to invade somebody as soon as you get into the Forest of Fallen Giants, then there you go. Okay, so now we're up here. We are going to come up here and just take a look. You can see there's a guy there and a big gap. But we have the ability to get across that. It's a bit far to jump, so you might be thinking, how do we do that? Well, you go over here and you knock down the tree and get shot in the process because I'm bad. But he paid for that. So down here, you see there's a guy there. There's also somebody. There's an archer right there. So hopefully we can take this guy out with a plunging attack here. And get over onto the ladder before we get shot too much. And give this guy a bad day. Oh, uh-oh. Crap. Okay. I think he was just as confused as I was. He just kind of stared at the wall for a while. More mist. I'm actually going to heal up here using my spell as opposed to the life gem because the spells are refreshable. Hello, sir. Goodbye. So there we got another ogre. And you're thinking, alright, first one wasn't that bad. I can take him out. But we got this guy too. So we're actually going to run back up here. This is the easy way to do it. We're going to run back up here. And you can either go in here, or if you want, sometimes you can kick this tree down. And both of them will chase you. But they can't fit over this. You're also out of their aggro range. Sometimes one will push the other off the ledge. But the other easy way to do this is come back in here, and I think... Whoa, crap. Yeah, I think one of them actually went back. But come back in here, they can't fit through this. Wait for them to open themselves up and hit them a couple times. Wait for him to fall. Hit him. Get out of the way. And repeat. You just gotta be kind of careful, because these guys do hit rather hard. Whoops. Hey, where are you going? Get over here. Fall down. Fine. Smack him. Ooh, that was some loud thunder. He falls on his face, and we hit him a couple times. Bap, bap, and blat, and smack, and smack. He's done that. Boom. Come here. So you see that time I hit a 99 on him. I'll try and make sure this next one does more. Oh, maybe 99 is the full damage. Ignore what I'm saying. I obviously don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, see, there, that one did 118. That was probably because a result of the direct hit system. Could have also been something with counters, but that's a whole nother thing altogether. So with this guy, since there's only one now, we can just go back to the sit and hit method. Just came up with that name. It's a pretty good name, I think. Whoa, look out though. So he does. It's kind of weird to try and manipulate which direction he sits in, but eventually you get used to it. He actually, they tend to go the opposite direction of where you're going, which is a little weird. I don't know if that's trying to be preemptive on where you're going to dodge, but whatever. Here is something rather special. Take a good look at my character. Yeah, you remember it? Remember? Okay. I'm just gonna jump in this boat. Something magical is about to happen. Yeah? You notice the difference? Here, maybe if I do this. I have boobs now! Yeah. So, that's a thing. We're gonna go back to being a dude. Does that respawn the enemies? I didn't know that. Huh. Because I killed you earlier. Oh, look at you living with 1 health. Asshole. Okay, so I think one more fog gate. Or was that it? Oh, that was it. Okay, so I think we can go back now. The rest of the bonfire. Go in here. Talk to you.
You have proven we have little to offer.
We've proven ourselves, and we get the Handmaiden's Ladle. This is the Handmaiden's Ladle. It is... well, it's what its name implies. It is a spoon. I actually can't use it because it requires 5 dexterity. My character only has 4. Which is pretty embarrassing. But that's okay. We'll just stick with our mace, because it actually is useful. So that about wraps it up for things betwixt. I think, pretty sure I did everything. You see all these sconces here. If you have your torch lit, you can light these. And, you might be thinking, oh, something must happen if I light every torch in here. No. Nothing happens. Yeah, I'm disappointed too. As we go through this nice little cave here, we get introduced to the main hub of this game. Majula. And when I first got here, I was like, damn. This is a good looking game. I mean, look at that water, the sun. So good. So pretty. I'm just gonna give this bonfire a little light. And then here we have the Emerald Herald. She is basically the Maiden in Black for you Demon Souls veterans.
Are you the next monarch? Or merely a pawn of fate? Bearer of the curse, I will remain by your side till this frail hope shatters. Take this with you. May it ease your journey.
She gives us our Estus flasks, very useful for healing.
Go on and see the king. He who made Drangleic what it once was. He who peered at the essence of the soul. King Vendrick.
And as that text that just popped up on the screen tells us, we use the Emerald Herald to level up.
Bearer of the curse, seek misery. For misery will lead you to greater, stronger souls. You will never meet the king with a soul so frail and pallid.
In other words, you suck too much, get good. We want to get the old souls, those blah blah blah, return them to her.
So that hope will not.
She talks a lot.
Bearer
Bearer of the curse, sit less. Okay. You hear that one a lot. We're actually going to level up a little bit, and we're going to get some more strength so we can hopefully one-hand our mace, because it's a bit annoying always using two hands. Are we good? Yeah, we're good. All right. We're gonna do one more thing here, and we'll call it good for there. Bit of a short, well, not really short, but not super eventful episode. There, I hit the rock, body came up, got an Estus flash shard. So not a super eventful first episode, but I was trying to cover as much as I can in this and my Dark Souls 1 series. I'm going to try and cover as much as I can, try and get the important items and whatnot. But here we have an Estus Flash Shard. She didn't say the line she usually does if we have an Estus Flash Shard. But while we have one, we can upgrade our Estus Flask. Yes, we will give her the shard. And our Estus Flask has been strengthened. Strengthened is kind of a weird word for what happened, because when she gave it to us, we actually only had one Estus Flask. When we used the Estus Flask shard, we get a second Estus Flask. So it's more, we have more Estus Flasks now instead of strengthened. I would have used strengthened for the Sublime Bone Dust, which we will get to later. But, actually, before we go, this obelisk up here, it's kind of a fun little thing. If you go up to it and interact with this here, you examine it, that's how many deaths there have been worldwide on the PC version of this game since release. That's a lot. But yeah. So I will leave you with this beautiful sun in the background, and I will see you next time.